Hello and welcome to Stretchucation Lesson 9. Today we are going to be talking about multiple time frame analysis. So everything that we have learned so far is all based off of single time frame analysis. And what I mean by that is everything was just using one time frame. So that's full time frame continuity, where you are in relation to the candles open, your entries, your exits, your stops, when you're at possible exhaustion risk, broadening formations. So today we're going to kind of put all those pieces together, and the strat can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. Now, single time frame analysis, in my mind, is simple strat. Now, it gets much more detailed and intricate when you start incorporating multiple time frames into your trading. And the benefit of this is you still get the higher time frame entry and targets, so the higher time frame magnitude, but on a smaller time frame entry, therefore lessening your risk. So, for example, I have the weekly chart of BA. And if you look over here, we just made a new high compared to this previous high. So this puts us at potential exhaustion risk. Why? Because we hit our upside target. So you can go back to the exhaustion lesson if you need to. So what that means is we should be looking for a potential reversal since we have exhausted and hit our target. So when you identify a reversal setup on a time frame, so in this case, I am seeing a potential bearish rev strat. So an inside bar, a 2 up that didn't go anywhere. So now I'm looking for the 2 down. And again, that is this guy. Remember, the right side of the chart is the bearish setups. When you're at upside exhaustion, you're looking for bearish reversals. So this is the weekly setup that I'm watching for. And per the lesson on stop losses, your stop could either be way up here, or it could be 50% of the weekly candle using only just this one time frame. So with a weekly candle, your stops have to be a bit bigger. So they're either up here, let me zoom in real big. They're either at the top of this candle at 178.46, or they're at the 50% mark at 174.59, okay? Now, where we get surgical strat is when you have a weekly bearish setup, it benefits you to go down a time frame. In this instance, this is pretty much your standard time frames. And this is pretty much how you should go down to see if you can spot a bearish smaller time frame entry. And what we're hoping to do is to take a smaller time frame entry to lessen our risk, but still get all of our reward. So what you need to be doing when you have a setup, you want to mark your trigger. So you know you're at possible exhaustion up here. You didn't get a reversal. We are possibly going to get our first reversal here. So that is our bearish trigger. So you want to have that marked on your chart. You want to have your target marked always. Because when you go down a time frame or multiple time frames, you will get lost and you won't remember what's what. So it's so important that you have your weekly trigger, like you can see on the right side here, your weekly target 1, weekly target 2, okay? Then again, we're going to go down a time frame because we're looking for bearish actionable signals on the daily to trigger the bearish weekly actionable signal. So if you know the strat combo sheet, which you should have it memorized by now, it's only basically inside bars and down, or 2 ups, 2 downs. So we have this bearish daily setup that could potentially trigger the weekly. And what that does is it actually gets us in before the weekly triggers, because we're always forward thinking. If the daily triggers, can that trigger the weekly setup? So we know we're already at exhaustion up here. We know we have a weekly rev strat. So here is your setup. So knowing that you're bearish on the weekly chart, you're looking for bearish daily reversals to trigger the weekly. And the weekly is this orange line right here. And you should color coordinate your time frames. So for instance, what I mean by that, my daily color is always white. My weekly trigger is always orange. And my monthly trigger is always pink. So I know what is happening and I don't get lost in these smaller time frames. So you stratter, think to yourself, if this 2 up, 2 down triggers, can that trigger the week? So what you will do as a stratter is you will go short here with a stop. You can use 50% of the candle, which I know it looks like it broke, but it didn't, because this action happened before we went 2 down on the day. So what this does is now your trade to trigger you in early to the weekly is your short at 174 and your stop, we'll call it 176. So you have a $2 risk. And then once you can leave your stop here if you want. If you're more conservative, you can bring your stop down a bit to get you maybe only $1 risk, because once it's down here, it really shouldn't come back up here because we're expecting to trigger the week. Now, if we go back to the weekly, even using the 50% rule, so your weekly entry would be at 171 and your stop would be at 174.50. So you have a $3.60 risk using the weekly. And if this works, we're going to come all the way down to here because that's the weekly target, right? So let's go back to the daily real fast. And we're going to ignore this stop all the way up here. That was the weekly stop using the high of the previous week. We want the less risk and most reward. So if we get our short position tool, our risk is here. Our reward is here. So this is a 2.6 to 1, and it gets you in early. And then again, like I said, you can always move your stop to be a little bit tighter because it really shouldn't come back up into here. And then you get like a almost 6 to 1. But if it's going to go, it's going to go. Now, if you're using the weekly and you're not entering until the weekly trigger and you're using a 50% stop, this really isn't probably worth the trade, is it? No, it's less than 1 to 1. And that's what multiple time frame analysis can do for us. So do you see how putting all the pieces together, exhaustion risk, can't just short when you hit a new high, you have to wait for a reversal. But then going down a time frame and saying, if this daily bearish reversal works, so it could be anything on the right side of the chart. If anything on the right side of the chart occurs, you're going to enter, anticipating or hoping that you will trigger the weekly rev strat. So I am always looking for reversals to trigger my reversals. So yes, I have a potential weekly reversal, but I don't want to enter only on the weekly time frame. I want more control. So I go to the daily and I look for a 2 up, 2 down. Boom, I'm entering. So less risk, but more reward. Another great example was coin. This had 3 time frames that triggered one another. So if you look here on the quarterly chart, we had, it's not much magnitude, but the setup was still here. You had a 2, 1, 2 down. So knowing what you know about the strat combos, you know the quarterly, oh, my quarterly lines are turquoise. The quarterly trigger is here and the quarterly target is here. Okay, so then go down to a monthly time frame. What do you see? We had double inside months. This was a trade we actually took. Is this a bearish actionable signal if we get a 2 down? Yes, it is. This is multiple inside bars, but it's still treated basically as an inside bar break. So we had this monthly inside bar. So when this month opened, we knew that if we triggered the inside month and down, that could potentially trigger our quarterly setup, and then we could potentially hit our quarterly target, which I know it looks like hindsight now, but it was very much foresight. We did this in real time. Then if you go down another time frame to the weekly, you know that that's your monthly trigger. So pretend none of that exists yet. You know that this is your monthly trigger. This is your quarterly trigger. It's a bearish setup, obviously. Then we got a weekly bearish 2 up, 2 down. So we knew this was the week that we took it. If we take this 2 up, 2 down week, can that trigger the monthly? Can that trigger the quarterly? And can we hit our target? And the answer was yes. Go down to a daily time frame. You can always find an entry here. Even if you missed the weekly entry, you can wait for daily corrective activity, and then you can short on a bearish reversal. 2 up, 2 down, that is your daily trigger. So you had all these factors working together. You had the weekly triggering, the monthly, you had the daily reconfirming the week and the month, triggering the quarterly, got a bit of a bounce, but boom, ultimately hit our target. And knowing all this, you could have quarterly magnitude, but using a daily entry and stop. You could use, again, a 50% stop or a stop at the high. Those are your options. So lesser risk, greater reward. Next lesson, we will be talking about the abbreviation that I can't stand, TTO, and you'll know why on the next lesson. See you then. Bye.